That's a great question. I'm just like getting nostalgic and just thinking
Yeah,
back to 2008, I think.
yeah,
I have my laptop down here, so if I'm looking down, I'm looking at you, and then I'm looking up at my camera here. So when I started that job with Scott Austin, who's awesome. What's up, dude? If you're watching this, he was a visionary. He had such cool ideas, and he wasn't afraid to take that leap. And that's what I admire about him. And we're still great friends to this day. But it was, he went from an A&R position at Capitol and Warner Brothers. I came from being a stupid band guy and working at labels and just working these creative jobs. And it's like, how do we put together something that is a little bit different? And we had we had a platform to build the company and
hmm
sign some cool artists. And it was around the time when iTunes first peaked its head. And we're
yeah,
like, what is this going to do? People were still buying CDs. Obviously, it was still majority of the sales, but we were noticing that more and more people were streaming.
yeah,
And my relationship with CDs was kind of like, I don't feel like paying $18 a CD. I
yeah,
could just buy the MP3. And people were buying MP3s instead of stealing and things like that. It was easier. If you make
yeah,
it easier, just like Spotify, why do I want to pirate music? It's easy to just go stream it, right?
yeah,
But we were trying to figure out another way to monetize our relationship with the artists, and that was licensing for film and TV.
hmm
And kind of just learned that from scratch. I'm not going to lie. We had some good friends in the industry that were kind of mentors to us, like my friend Peter Davis at Bina Murray. Helped kind of open some doors for us. And
yeah,
if it wasn't for those key people and key ideas from Scott and working together and just putting our brains together and a lot of partying in LA, just meeting great people, it's like that's like your boot camp, right? To figure
yeah,
stuff out. And any company that forms, you're going to find that it starts one way and then it kind of ends up maybe another.
yeah,
But it happens so quickly. We were just like, meeting all these great people and building relationships with iTunes and whatever was around at the time. Besides that, Amazon was still doing their MP3 thing, but it
yeah,
was like, how do we make the most of this relationship? And it's like streaming was going to, obviously we saw it coming that like, hey,
yeah,
this CD thing is not the way to go. We didn't do CDs. We actually did a few, but more as a sampler, as a publicist would do, like send out CDs for reviews, but we didn't do it as a way to monetize the artists that we were working with. And we also saw that everything was moving online with journalism too.
yeah,
So, that's how I was trained. That's all I really knew. I didn't grow up or go to school for journalism or get trained to do print press, especially at Fearless. Like somebody else did that. So like online is my thing and it always has been. And it's kind of funny that online is everybody's thing now,
yeah,
like it kind of definitely played in my favor, which is really cool. But just to watch that unfold in 2008, 2009, 2010, it's just kind of like go with the flow. I wasn't too worried about, someone who's worked at a company as an executive for 20 years, maybe panicking. I'm
yeah,
just more like, all right, let's go with it. This sounds fun. Let's think of some cool ways. We weren't afraid of losing our job or losing clients. We were like, let's just figure out the best way to serve them.